Alright guys, welcome back to today's video. We've got something quite different today. We're actually visiting a reptile zoo in southern Germany. It's called Reptilium Landau. Let me just get the sign. We've got Rupert and Moritz. Anyway, we're about to go in right now, and apparently we're going to get some special behind the scenes or tour. They're actually not even open yet, so I'm quite excited to see how that's going to go, and hopefully we see some cool animals. Alright, so we're inside now. We've just met Moana. She's going to be taking us around today on a guided tour, showing us all of the animals that they have, and I'm pretty excited to see all the stuff. Let's go.
Okay, so what's going on?
Alright, so now we're going to go inside here and look at some monitors as well as tortoises. These are the African rock monitors. How many of them are in here? One, two?
We have three.
Okay.
This is our grandpa here. This is also why he doesn't look so nice anymore. He doesn't shed his skin anymore as probably as he's supposed to do. And this is an he used to be actually a pet. This is Fred. This is Fred, and he's tame. Come on, Fred. And he likes to cuddle with the turtles. He's great. He's a good guy.
Alright, so this is the biggest African rock monitor they have here. It's really cool to finally see one up close because, as you know, I used to live in South Africa, so we saw these around occasionally, although they weren't very common in my area, so it's definitely cool to finally see one up close like this, and especially a tame one, because the only times I've seen them, you'd see them and then they just run away immediately. I've been told this one is quite tame, so we're gonna see if I can hold him a little bit. Wow, he's really big.
Look at that tongue though.
Yeah, it's like the tongue.
This one's heading in our direction.
Yeah,
He's curious.
This is the one you said it was not so
exactly.
friendly?
He's not so very nice. Yeah.
I think he's gonna come over and like sniff.
He likes your camera, Rupert.
Oh, this one's gone. And he's done.
I was just keeping an eye on this one because any second now is going to be on top of me.
Do they bite or do they just lift their tail?
With him, I wouldn't be sure.
If he bites Rupert, that would be so.
Yeah. Okay, I'm being turned into the new climbing frame for the enclosure.
Still smell like something funny.
Maybe David comes and helps me, rescues me from this dragon. What is so interesting about me?
Probably. Oh.
Oh, he is.
That's what
He is.
That's what we've been told, that he does that.
I'm gonna move slightly away.
Definitely seems a little grumpy.
I'm sure he would like to be picked up.
No, I don't think he would like to be picked up.
Onto your belly more or less. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Perfect.
Alright.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect. Yeah.
Heavy.
How heavy is he, would you say? Like,
I think like maybe
I think like
I would guess
10 to 12
8
kilos.
to 10, I would have guessed.
He has 8. He has 8.
Okay, if he's 8, then he's definitely probably 10 at least.
these are really, really robust compared to like the Asian monitors.
Yeah, they have a much more
Stocky build.
stocky body.
Hello.
And he does not care at all.
No, he's really chill. Unlike
Push your feet, Rupert.
He's next to Rupert.
yeah, unlike that one.
Hello. Oh. that rolls. Oh.
Alright, well, I'm getting really dusty, so I think I'm gonna put him back down. And he probably prefers that too. We've got some stuck shed over here. Really beautiful lizards. Shall we look what else?
Yep. Let's move on. Okay, so right now we're opening the door to a Varanus rudicollis Roughneck Monitor.
Yeah, which is another species we've seen in Thailand before.
But it is really rare.
Yeah, they are probably Thailand's rarest monitor,
For sure,
right?
for sure.
Second to Dumerelli.
No, definitely the most rare. For sure. This is quite a large one as they go.
Yeah, this one is good. Apparently, he's probably about to whip.
Never knew. Oh! And David got whipped.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way we're going to pick this one up, and we don't want to upset it too much either, so we're just going to look at it from here.
Yeah, they've got an impressive, defensive display, really puffing up there.
If you zoom in on behind their head, you'll see those really rough scales on the neck, which is where they get the name.
Just threw a rock or like a piece of and it hit the camera.
She's 100%, she always does.
Right, so what I was saying was you can see they've got those really rough scales on the neck, which is where they get their common name, actually, the Roughneck Monitor. Really cool lizard. Alright, let's not mess with this one too much because he obviously doesn't like it, so
Okay.
that was cool to see.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you look on my arm, it's actually
Oh!
nice and red there.
You really felt that?
Yeah, it's like a whip or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so our host is
I think that one's
going to retrieve an alligator snapping turtle
Yep, I think that's I think that appears to be the case.
Do you want to take her out completely?
Yeah, that'd be
Okay.
great.
Before it touches the soil again.
Okay,
Looks heavy.
good. Okay, dank dir Moritz, gell?
Alright, so here's alligator snapping turtle. It is really quite heavy, but if you come in and look inside of its mouth, it actually has a tongue that looks a bit like a worm, which they will use to lure little fish right into their mouth and then eat them.
Really? And the head to body proportion is just ridiculous.
Yeah, these have like a really large head.
They were a real predator of southern USA swamps
Yeah.
and stuff. And to be honest, they're probably one of the coolest looking
And these can
reptiles.
get really old too, right?
Yeah. I've heard from farmers that they say they become over 100 years old.
As you can see, people are a little bit nervous around this guy.
Yeah, so you can see he's trying to come around and probably going to try and bite me, so I'm
And
not going to let that happen. This
these
size
is-
could probably easily take your finger off almost.
I'd say so too. Just a chunk of flesh or something.
Yeah.
Nice.
Alright, cool.
Coronavirus precautions being used for reptile purposes. Okay, so whenever you're ready.
Alright, so now we're going to go in the reticulated python enclosure. As you can see, she's got a whole bunch of stuck shed. That's because she's actually is it a male or a female?
She's a female.
She's a female. So she's really old actually. She's 41 years old, born in 1979. Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's 41 years old, hatched in 1979, and probably she's not going to live overly much longer, right?
We pray for every day.
Yeah. But as you can see, she's got a whole bunch of stuck sheds, so we're going to actually peel some of these off, and you can see the new skin that's underneath is so beautifully iridescent, unlike the areas around it. You can see when we peel this off, she's immediately way more beautiful underneath. Right, so I've been told she's really calm, unlike the wild retics I'm used to handling. So we can see if we can. Wait, I'm probably gonna have to go in there.
And the snake weighs, I think they said 32 kg, 31 kg.
31 kg, yeah, exactly. She used to have 48, and now she has 31. I don't know.
So this will be a bit of some exercise for David, some weightlifting.
Yeah.
The sheds around the eye, okay?
Well, the head part hasn't shed yet. You can see here that the scales are still on there. Oh, she's got a beautiful black chin. Never seen that before in any of the wild ones. Do you know the locality of this animal, or?
No.
No, okay.
It says she was born in Germany, but honestly, in 1979, I don't believe it. To be honest, I don't believe it.
And this one's how big? Like?
How
5 meter, 28 centimeters when she arrived 7 years ago.
Okay,
Alright, so we're going to go look at some alligators now, which is interesting because I've never worked with alligators much before.
But David is might go for a swim. Careful of the tortoise.
As you can see, he's very over when I tap the water like this. So cool.
Yeah, he is. Sorry.
Moritz is just like in the background of this shot on the phone.
In the background on the phone. Alright, so as mentioned earlier, this is the Mississippi alligator, native to the southeastern United States. They feed on pretty much anything they can find mostly, so they're very opportunistic hunters, and pretty much the apex predator of most habitats in that area.
As you can see, these ones are very tame.
Alright, I think I'm going to take off my shoes and see if I can walk around in there because they're not coming very close to land. Or at least they're not getting close enough for me to reach them. Let's hope I don't like slip and hit my head on the rocks. Oh, the water's cold. Into the water, I'm told you can be able to lift it because it weighs nothing. Do you know how much these weigh outside of the water?
The owner said 150 kilo.
Alright, so this one weighs approximately 150 kilos, which is about 3 times what I weigh almost.
It's a light deadlift, man. You can pick that up.
Yeah, in the water they're weightless, but on land there's no way I'd be able to use this thing. This head is just amazing. You can see the huge jaw muscles on the side of their head here.
Where's that? Where your hand is?
Yeah.
Oh, what a monster. And the weight in that tail must be insane as well.
Yeah. Alright, so that was really cool to get to interact with these alligators. It was the first time for me. I've only ever interacted with Siamese crocodiles because, as you may know, I used to have a small Siamese crocodile. So it was definitely cool to interact with a new species for me. But they're not really too happy being messed with too much, so we're going to respect that and let them be now. We got to look at them a bit, that's all I really wanted. So yeah, it was definitely really fun, and I'm going to come back out the water now.
So this particular tortoise eats toes.
This is the toe eater. Probably the more dangerous animal in here compared to the alligator. As you can see, if I wiggle my toes, he would no doubt come over and try to eat them. I'm not going to let happen. Turtle bites hurt.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're done here for today. I got to see a bunch of amazing animals, which many of I've actually never interacted with before myself. This is a really beautiful reptile zoo, so if you're ever in southern Germany in the area of Landau, I highly recommend to come visit this place. I'll leave a link to their website and social medias down below. Yeah, I would definitely recommend if you're ever in the area. It's a great place to swing by, spend the afternoon.
Thank you very much.
Of course, thank you so much for having us over.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. It's great fun to have you here, actually.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Alright, great.
Alright.
Yo, what's up guys? Thanks for watching. We're planning a filming trip for next month, and what would really help us out is having you guys support our Patreon. Not only do you get your name in the credits of each video, but you also get to see each week's video a day early and have a direct line of communication with David and I. Link is in the description. Peace.